ಅವಕಾಶಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ಸರ್. ಮಾನ್ಯ ಅರ್ಥ ಸಚಿವರು ಮಂಡಿಸಿದ ಬಜೆಟ್ ವಾಸ್ತವತೆಯನ್ನು ಬಿಂಬಿಸುವ ಕನ್ನಡಿಯೂ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಭವಿಷ್ಯತೆಗೆ ದಾರಿ ತೋರುವ ದೀವಿಗೆಯೂ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಕಟ್ಟುಕತೆಗಳ ಕಂತೆ, ಅತಿ ಧೈರ್ಯದ ಹೇಳಿಕೆಗಳು, ಮಹದಾಸೆಯ ಸ್ಲೋಗನ್ಗಳು, ಜನಜೀವನದ ಕಷ್ಟ ಕಾರ್ಪಣ್ಯಗಳಿಂದ ವಿಮುಖವಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಪುಸ್ತಕ. ಇಂದು ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿದೆ, ಹಣದುಬ್ಬರ ದರ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿದೆ, ಅಸಮಾನತೆ ಹೊಸ ದಾಖಲೆ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಸಿದೆ, ಕಳವಳಕಾರಿಯಾಗಿದೆ. ನಿರುದ್ಯೋಗ ಅಪಾಯಕಾರಿ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದು ಒಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಜನಜೀವನ ದುಸ್ತರವಾಗಿದೆ. This budget is neither a mirror that reflects our prevailing reality nor a lamp that illuminates the path forward. Instead, it is a fine piece of creative fiction, bold in its claims, ambitious in its slogans, and utterly disconnected from the lived experiences of the people. GDP growth has plummeted from 8.2% to 6.4%. Year-on-year inflation in the consumer food price index has surged to 8.39%, squeezing the household budgets. Inequality is at an all-time high, with top 1% of the population controlling a staggering 40% of the country's wealth. Unemployment is at a dangerous level, impacting the social harmony. This is not an isolated issue, but an all-India phenomenon. Shri Rahul Gandhi walked across the country, listened to the struggles of the poor, and turned their pain into action, bringing the guarantee schemes that ensure a universal basic income for those who need it most. But what does this government do? It announces income tax benefits to those earning 12 times the per capita income of this country. Also, the write-off of loans of rich defaulters continues. If helping the poor is revdi, then what do you call this? Let us now turn our attention to the gross injustice faced by Karnataka state, sir. The 15th Finance Commission drastically reduced the Karnataka share of central taxes by 23%, from 4.7% to 3.6%, the steepest decline among the states. Given that the Finance Commission is a constitutional body, the Finance Commission ministers' hands will be soon tied once again by the 16th Finance Commission report. The report must not be reduced to a mere theoretical exercise. It must reflect the ground realities. We must seek a framework that upholds balanced development, cooperative federalism, social harmony, and a sense of financial justice. States must receive their rightful share, sir. It is not as somebody opines, this is not it's not a fiction of imagination. Railways, the budget has misplaced priorities in my opinion. While we need a robust railway network across the country, the government is focusing disproportionately on the showpiece trains such as Vande Bharat and Namo Bharat. These trains serve already well-connected regions, ignoring the needs of the underserved areas. Sir, Karnataka has one of the lowest railway densities in the country. You must be astonished to hear this. For every 100 square kilometers, Karnataka has only 2.62 kilometers of railway tracks, whereas the Uttar Pradesh has more than twice and West Bengal has more than 4 times. When I met the Honorable Railway Minister, he acknowledged this disparity with concern. It is heartening to see that the issue is recognized at the highest levels. But recognition alone will not lay down the railway tracks, sir. I sincerely hope that the government takes immediate steps to introduce much-needed railway projects, particularly Almatti-Yadgir railway line, sir. Sir, as Finance Minister rightly stated, agriculture is the first engine of growth. Rashtrakavi Kuwempu compares the life of a farmer with that of a yogi, sir. Yaru ariyada negila yogiye lokake annava neevanu ಹೆಸರನ್ನು ಬಯಸದೆ ಅತಿಸುಖ ಗಳಿಸದೆ ದುಡಿವನ್ನು ಗೌರವ ಕಾಶಿಸದೆ. In 2016, Prime Minister promised to double the farmers' income by 2022. Yet today, forget doubling, sir, more than half of the country's farmers are in deep debt. Karnataka farmers produce some of the finest chilies in the country. Last season, we had an excellent yield, but due to market failures, tons of chilies are now lying unsold in the cold storage. What good is a bumper harvest if the farmers cannot get a fair price for their produce? Just as there is a crop insurance for losses due to natural calamities, there must be safeguards against market failures too. That said, I welcome the announcement of Mission for Cotton Productivity in this budget. However, while designing... Sir, I have just started, sir.
2 minutes.
Sir, however, while design... Kindly allow me to speak,
Please
sir.
conclude in 1 minute.
Sir, kindly allow me to speak, sir. I have just started this, sir. I have a lot to say, sir. Sir, however, while designing the program, I urge the government to consult the farmers extensively. While on the topic, I would like to acknowledge the Finance Minister for allocating 50 lakh rupees for FPOs from her MP-led funds to each of the Kalyana Karnataka districts. This reflects her concern for the region, sir. I hope she extends the same generosity to all pressing issues of the region, sir. As the Finance Minister rightly stated, sir, MSMEs are the second engine of growth. But here, what has not been said seems to be more important, sir. Between 2016 and 2021, 1.3 lakh crore workers vanished from the informal sector. 24 lakh enterprises shut down, and manufacturing employment fell by 81 lakhs, sir. This budget talks about increasing loan limits under various schemes, but the reality is that it is unlikely to be of any help because the average MSME loan size in backward regions like mine under the Mudra scheme is just 50,000 rupees, sir. Banks are not lending to MSMEs in these regions, but are very busy writing off massive loans for the business friends of this country, this government. This is the part of the story that is unsaid,
Thank you, Honourable Member.
Sir, just 2 points. Just 2 points. Kindly allow me to just talk about, conclude. Sir, most important part of my constituency is health and education, sir. Yes, sir. Speaking of the economic vulnerability, sir, Ayushman Bharat, despite its flaws, has helped poor access tertiary health care. Tertiary healthcare infrastructure is crucial for ensuring equitable access to specialized medical services. Yet, sir, in Karnataka is the only major state, I repeat, Karnataka is the only major state that still lacks AIIMS, sir. AIIMS Horata Samiti, Raichur is on the streets in blistering heat and sun, heat and rain for AIIMS in Raichur for over 1,000 days now, sir, over 1,000 days now. As an Raichur MP, my demand is AIIMS for Karnataka, and Karnataka wants AIIMS in Raichur, sir. This demand must be met forthwith, sir. Okay. Sir, education is the foundation of any developed nation. The UPA government, under the leadership of our former Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh ji and Srimati Sonia Gandhi ji, made education a right, sir, recognizing its transformational capacity. Today, instead of building on this legacy, this government is asking for students. Please one second, sir.
I have a long list of speakers from your party.
Sir, I'll finish. I have to touch the SC/ST action. Sir, I belong to ST, this thing, sir, constituency. I have to represent, sir. Just a second, sir. Sir, today, instead of building on this legacy, government is asking students, like poor people here, sir, to take loans to study, shifting the burden of financing education onto young people, sir. Education is reduced to a set of schemes, PM Shri, PM Vidya Lakshmi, etc., sir. Why is the government negotiating with private institutions only for healthcare? Why not do the same for education and bring Vidyavan Bharat akin to Ayushman Bharat to ensure universal access? That is, if you don't want to invest on infrastructure and teacher salaries, sir. Education must be brought back to right path.
Please,
sir, SC/STs make up 25% of the India's
population.
Next speaker,
Mananiya Sadasya Shri Raghuram Reddy ji. Raghuram ji.
Thank you, Speaker, sir. I rise to oppose the Union Budget 25-26, which was an opportunity to address the pressing economic challenges facing our country. Slowing growth, raising unemployment, rural distress, and global uncertainties. Instead, what we have received is a budget that weakens fiscal federalism, prioritizes election-driven announcements over long-term growth, and once again ignores Telangana development needs. Despite being one of the fastest growing states, sir, Telangana contributes only 3% to the population of the country. But the GDP is 5% of the states, of the country's GDP, sir. Telangana has once again been neglected in the budgetary allegations. The union government has strategically reduced our financial independence, failed to support our key sectors, and turned a blind eye to our needs. India's projected GDP growth rate of 2024-25 stands at just 6.4%. The slowest in 4 years. The reality is that private investment remains weak, rural consumption is declining, and the urban wage growth is sluggish. A budget should provide a roadmap for sustainable economic expansion. Instead, what we see is a short-term tax stops and pre-election gimmicks that do little to boost long-term growth. Unemployment remains a crisis, sir. The government may lay claim to a rate of 3.2%, but private estimates put it at 8.05, with youth unemployment significantly higher. The budget lacks any major employment generation programs. Telangana, with its robust IT and industrial base, was expected to target initiatives for startups, AI and MSME growths. Instead, we received nothing. Interest payments now consume a large part of the revenue receipts in 24-25 with no room for productive spending, sir. In 23-24, India exported 39 billion USD, while imports were 66 billion USD, which is a negative trade balance. Even MSCs, which employ 120 million people, have seen wage growth of only 13%. while inflation remains at 5.5%, eroding real income. In fact, 19,828 MSCs have shut down during 2023-24. The government speaks of rural prosperity but has ignored Telangana's pioneering irrigation efforts. There is no support for major projects like Parbur Ramgareddy lift irrigation scheme, despite it being 10 times bigger than the Koshi Canal project in Bihar that has received funding. The DPR was submitted in 2022, sir. The Bayaram steel plant has also not figured in this budget. There is a 180 crore pending grant under the AP Reorganization Act 2014, which remains unpaid under various heads. Chili grown extensively in Telangana, which is one of the largest consumed spices, does not get a board, but Bihar gets Makana board. If this government truly cares for farmers, why is Telangana one of India's largest agricultural states being ignored? A request for a sanction of 25 lakh houses and 10 lakh houses under the PMAY and the PMAYG programs was also ignored. Instead of investing in self-sufficiency, India remains the world's largest importer of edible oil, sir, particularly soybean and palm oil. 70% of India's oil is imported. The budget fails to provide a strategy to boost domestic oilseed production, hurting our farmers while increasing import dependence. Imported pulses are at a high in the last 6 years, some of which are imported duty-free. Despite Make in India push, India's manufacturing sector just contributes 2.6 to global manufacturing output. The government's talk of an Atmanirbhar Bharat, where is the actual support for manufacturing hubs like Telangana? Telangana has exhibited a robust economic performance. The below figures highlight Telangana's expanding economic base, its significant role in contributing to the nation's tax revenues. Like I said, 3% of India's population, but accounts for 5% of India's GDP. The state collected 5,211 crores GST in February 2025, making it the first time that monthly collections surpassed 5,000 crores. In anticipation of the union budget, the Telangana state government submitted proposals totaling 1.63 lakh crores to fund key infrastructure development projects. A significant allocation was sought for the construction of regional ring road to improve connectivity around Hyderabad. This has not received any funding, sir. Hyderabad Metro Rail expansion. Funds were requested to extend the Metro Rail to accommodate the city's growing transportation. No funds, sir. Godavari Drinking Water Project Phase 2 to link Godavari to Musi. The state aims to revitalize Musi River area, enhancing urban growth and environmental conditions. No funds, sir. Telangana, being an IT hub for information technology, anticipated funds to develop the ITIR near Hyderabad, intending to boost state IT industry and generate employment. No funds, sir, for this too. National Institute of Design and National Institute of Rural Development, no funds, sir, again. Industrial growth and infrastructure, approximately rupees 34,000 crores was proposed to boost industrial development, enhance logistics and support the growth of pharmaceutical sector. This was also ignored, sir, along with a long list of pending proposals of the Telangana government. So the world is facing a turbulent trade war, supply chain disruptions, raising protectionism, but this budget fails to equip our industries to tackle these challenges. India's trade in goods and services as a percentage of GDP has declined, sir. Instead of boosting exports, the budget focuses on import duties reductions that benefit select industries while doing little to encourage self-reliance. Financial inclusion remains a challenge, sir. Despite improvements, a significant portion of India's rural population lacks access to formal banking service. There is no concrete allocation for increased access to credit for rural entrepreneurs or for empowering SHGs and small business owners in Telangana. The budget continues to the trend of discriminating against southern states, sir. Southern states, sir. Despite being economic powerhouses, states like Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Kerala receive fewer funds compared to politically motivated allocations for other states. Bihar, despite lagging, I'm not saying anything against the Bihar people, I don't mean anything, but despite lagging behind in revenue generations, has received massive central supports, while states like Telangana, which effectively utilize resources, have been ignored. Speaker, sir, this budget is a betrayal of our farmers, our youth and our industries. It is a budget that prioritizes short-term election gains over long-term national growth. The Congress-led government in Telangana is working tirelessly to create jobs, invest in education and support farmers. But we need the centre to be a partner, not an obstacle, sir. The Congress party stands for real development. Development that empowers state, supports industry and creates jobs. We demand the government reconsiders its allocation and give Telangana its rightful shares in national progress. Sir, I am reminded of the Honorable Minister's beginning quote, Desamante matti kadoi, Desamante manushaloi, meaning the country does not mean its land. Telangana does not figure there. Country means its people. Telangana does not figure there. And a later quote, a Tamil quote, which says, just as living beings live expecting rains, citizens live expecting good governance. So I think we are going through drought, sir. We are not going to receive anything. And governance has been given a go-by. Telangana state seems to have been given a pass from both these courts, sir. In the last 8 months, the elections have finished. I think my BJP colleagues who have been elected need to work with us and put aside our political differences and work for the betterment of Telangana. How long are we going to be penalized for the earlier government's misdeeds? Speaker, sir, this is time we put aside our differences and do for something for the Telangana state. The country is something, the Prime Minister made a statement that it's inclusive. Doesn't look like it's included anything, sir. I will close by saying, kill not the goose that lays the golden egg, sir. I'm talking about the southern states. Thank you.
Susri R. Sudhaji. Thank you, Speaker Madam. This budget is sound and furious, signifying nothing. That's the takeaway for 140 crores of Indians in this budget. For a common man, this is a bitter pill sugar-coated with a populist announcement relating to the enhancement of the personal income tax slab. It is truly a corporate government which hides the devil in the details. What are all you are going to sell, Honorable Finance Minister Nirmala Ji? What is the meaning of this hidden statement on asset monetization plan to be developed to harvest rupees 10 lakh crore? Already you have sold and leased state assets ranging from ports to roads to airports to crony capitalists like Adani. Now it's clear that you are going to sell more state assets in the name of asset monetization. Rupees 10 lakh crore means half of the nation's road, power plants, ports, mines and railways properties will now go to the crony capitalists close to the BJP and Prime Minister. Will this government now tell this august house and the people who are the real owner of the nation asset and the list of government properties that have been identified for the sale? This government should keep in mind that it is only the custodian, not the owner of the asset vested under its control and the management by the Constitution. Why the legacy of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru ji, Sri Lal Bahadur Shastri, Srimati Indira Gandhi ji, Sri Rajiv Gandhi ji, Sri Nasim Rao ji, Sri Manmohan Singh ji was to build, protect, prosper and pass on to the next generation the nation asset to ensure a hallowed space for Indian in a commitment of the nation. This government is identifying such well-entrenched assets and selling them under the asset monetization programs. It is scary to think about sale of more state assets to generate rupees 10 lakh crore this year. History will judge you as a greatest salesperson, Honorable Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman ji, for having sold and for planning to sell national asset. Your announcement for creation of assets and programs are mere words, whereas the sale alone take place without any columns. Do not sell India. Your budget eloquently mentions agriculture as one of the 7 engines of the growth. But what have you given for farmers? Absolutely nothing. Farmers affected by the vagaries of nature will still start at wipeout for a season with zero crops insurance as a safety net. Just consider this. In 2017 to 2018, the number of rejected claims for crop insurance was 92,869. In the next year, 2018 to 2019, the figure more than doubled to 2.4 lakh. By 2019 to 2020, it was 9.28 lakh. A whoop 900% increase. 20, 21, 22, 23 is triple the rejection comparing 2020. Despite a rise in the number of applications, the overall claims paid through the Union Government Corpus Insurance Scheme, the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana went down 48.77% in 2021-2022. Government data shows, it is not my data, this is government data shows. In 2021, rupees 13,728.64 crore was paid against 8.32 crore insurance claims. The amount is lower than 20,425.1 crore paid in 2021 for 6,023 crore applications. Madam,
she's concluding, madam.
Please.
She's concluding.
According to the PMFY website, the gross premium for 2021, the both Rabi and Karfi crops stood at 28,288.31 crore. The premium are shared between the farmer, the state government and the central government, but the losses goes to the farmers, profit goes to the insurance companies. What does this budget have for workers employed under the Mahatma Gandhi Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme? What is your record on this front? Over 39 lakh registered workers were deleted from the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme between April and September 2024. According to the report by civil society and the organization LibTech India, the report also revealed that more than 8 crore workers were removed. It's a shame. More than 8 crore workers were removed from the MGNRG scheme registry under the financial year 2022-2023 and 2023-2024. At least 27.4% of all the MRNG's workers and 4.2% of active workers have been currently rendered ineligible for Aadhaar-based payment system benefits. Our party leader, Sri Rahul Gandhi ji, rightly said MGNRG is living monument. Madam, 2 minutes. MGNRG is living monument of our Prime Minister Modi ji betrayal of rural India. En masse deletion of names of beneficiaries from the list, non-release of funds, bogus entries and reduction of wages and the number of working days. These are your achievements on this revolutionary rural employment guarantee scheme brought it in by the Congress government to transform the empower the rural Indians. It was a scheme in our hand. It was a shame in your hand.
Shame.
It's a shame in your hand. Madam Speaker, Madam, you are saying, the Finance Minister is saying 10,000 new medical seats will be created across the nation. This announcement is like allowing Ekalaiva to learn the art of archery and then cutting his thumb to ensure that his hard-earned and hard-learned art becomes useless for him. The National Medical Council has mandated that medical colleges must adhere to the ratio of 100 MBBS seats for every 10 lakh population in the respective state or union territory. The southern states have already exceeded the limits set by the NMMC. The Tamil Nadu, Madam, 1 minute. Tamil Nadu has 11,600 seated for projected population of 7.68 crore as of 2021, which is 4,000 more than 7,600 seats. The state should have according to the new MNC guidelines. Therefore, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Maharashtra and perhaps the Kerala and the Union Territory of Puducherry cannot either open a new medical college or increase students' intake in the existing college. The Finance Minister proposes, but the Medical Council is disposing. And the states that have invested the fund, human resources, community interests and the state future are all affected and do not stand to gain even a single seat. How it is fair, Finance Minister? The World Health Organization, I will conclude this point. The World Health Organization recommends a doctor-patient ratio 1:1,000. But in India, this is a one government doctor for every 10,189 people. The reason for the backward NMC guideline is the concern over the quality of education due to the mushrooming of colleges. The right course would be to inspect those colleges more frequently and disqualify those that are lacking in standards. You cannot stop and punishing well-performing state with robust medical education and public health care system by dragging it down to the Sahara level. Only one minute.
धन्यवाद सभापति महोदय. आपने बजट बजट घोषणा 2025-26 पर बोलने का जो अवसर प्रदान किया उसके लिए धन्यवाद। मैं भारत दिवस सभापति महोदय
லாஸ்ட் லைன் தமிழ்ல ஒரு பழமொழி உண்டு, வெண்ணெய் ஒரு கண்ணிலும் நெய்யும் ஒரு கண்ணிலும் வைக்கிறார்கள் இந்த சுண்ணாம்பு. தமிழில் ஒரு பழமொழி உண்டு, வெண்ணெய் ஒரு கண்ணிலும் சுண்ணாம்பு ஒரு கண்ணிலும் வைக்கிறார்கள். இந்த பட்ஜெட் அதை தான் காட்டுகிறது. நான் ஒன்றே ஒன்று சொல்லிக்கொள்ள விரும்புகிறேன், சுண்ணாம்பு வைத்த கண்ணில் எப்படி பாதிப்பு ஏற்படுகிறதோ அப்போ வருங்காலத்தில் வெண்ணெய் வைத்த கண்ணிலும் கட்டாயமாக பாதிப்பு ஏற்படும். I recommend our finance minister to come read on this book and come with a good budget and next time.
माननीय सभापति महोदय